Hello, welcome to the Wargamer. I'm your host, Rob. This is the Sigmar Stats Center, where every Monday with the Twitch chat, we go through all the event results from the weekend. We look at the different lists and we talk about them this week. And over the next few weeks, we're probably going to be reducing quite how much we talk about the different lists, because obviously Age of Sigmar 4 is very new on the horizon. But I want to always shout out the people going 5-0 and start talking about all of the different 4-1s, because they're just working their hardest and playing right at the end of the edition. And I encourage you, as you're playing at the end of the edition, to take the weirdest, wackiest, most fun list, which we definitely are going to see today. There's some Swedish lists out there and super weird, a ton of Therodons in a different list, which I think is cool. So go check it all out. I think that'll be fun to do. And shout out to all of the people, and a special shout out to Rob, who sends me all this information every week. He's the best. Loads of love. All right, let's go look at all the events. The first event that we're going to cover today is the Maithammer AOS GT, being held in absolutely sunny and beautiful Maitland, New South Wales. Shout out to our event organizer, Jacob Hutchinson. Jacob, I hope you keep smashing it every day. Keep running events, going into Age of Sigmar 4. This is great. Shout out to Thomas Oliver for winning the event with his Magickin of Nurgle Drowned Men, going back to 2022. He had himself, somewhere in this list, Bellacore, Lord of Afflictions, got Rot Spume, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 units of Puskal Blight Lords, and then a unit of 20 Rotmire Creed. Old school, which is great. We also had a bunch of cool other lists in the 4-1. Bob Van Emmerich with Soulblight Gravelords, Liam Burnett Blue with his Host of Nesh, with Shalaxi and a Keeper of Secrets and Glutos or Scotland. James Landis with Stormcast Eternals, Chris Murphy with Sylvaneth, Tim Porter with Sylvaneth as well. All in the 4-1 bracket. Loads of love to all of you. Congratulations for doing so well. Our next event was the Scorched Earth Open 2024 event, organised by Cameron, Erica, Joel, and the Smite Club Charitable Foundation. Congratulations to all those. They had 34 players playing. In first place was Aaron Elias Newbomb with his Host of Sinesh, Invader's Host, and really excitingly, another Sinesh list doing really well with a Keeper of Secrets and Shalaxi Hellbane. Sigvald was in here as well, Lord of Pain and the Mask taking up Glutos that we saw in the last list, and then we had some Simbramesh Twin Souls and some Slangor Fiendbloods, and then 2 Endless Spells, really showcasing that at the end of the edition, people are wilding out. People getting wild. And there's no one as wild as Colt Heggett. Let me shout out him. Slaves of Darkness in the 4-1 bracket, though, with his Kabbalist list. Guess what he brought? He brought a Chaos Sorcerer Lord, and an Ogroid Mimrodon. With the spell, the Merciless Blizzard. And then get ready. He had a unit of Chaos Warriors, big brick, unit of 20. Fine. 2 units of 6 Ogroid Therodons. Okay, wow, 12 Ogroid Therodons. That's a lot. What if I was to give you another 4 units of 3 Ogroid Therodons for a total of 24 Ogroid Therodons? You would have to be only doing this for charity. Let's go. The classic Mimrodon meta pick, the classic 24 Therodon pick. Everyone says that Beasts of Chaos are dead, but they're alive and well. They just live in Slaves to Darkness and our heart. Our next event is at the absolutely 11 out of 10 Grognard Games. If you're anywhere near Chicago, there's a great gaming center called Grognard Games, which is in Roselle, just to the west of Chicago, if you get the chance, flanked by the absolutely 11 out of 10 Uncle Bill's Diner, and also Char Kebab, still looking for a new employee. Anyway, it's run by the wonderful Jake Kake Muir, and he has run this event multiple times. They have constant events, so get over there if you get the chance to do so. And in first place at the event was Jake. He ran the event and he won the event. He did a Dayton, as they say. He won his own event with his OCR Bone Reapers list, but he mixed it up. It's a wild list. Catacross, Vork Martian, you've not seen him on the table for a while, Mig Kanan, a Mortis and Bone Shaper, 2 units of 5 Death Riders, a unit of a Mortis Guard, a unit of Mortek Guard, a unit of Archai, and the Kanan's Reapers. Absolutely wild stuff. Okay, absolutely brilliant. Well done to him. That's an excellent result. And then also we have Patrick Duggan with Slaves of Darkness list, Andrew Kirkster with Beast of Chaos, Trevor Geyser, Kharadron Overlords, and then Timothy Cornstable with his Stomper Tribe, and then Ross Wustenfeld with his Nighthaunt Scarlet Doom. Again, if you get the chance to go over to Grognard Games in Illinois, do it. It's brilliant. Go hang out there. Downtown Canada, in Ontario specifically. The event was organised by Josh Aikins, and it's the Dwellers Below AOS GT. Not held in Australia, though. Held in Canada. At this event, we had 26 players battling it out to become the champ. And in first place, we've got an amazing Flesh Eater Courts list. It's run by Jake Seguin, and the list contains an Abhorrent Arc Regent ×2, an Abhorrent Gore Warden, a Marrowscroll Herald, a Cryptghast Courtier, and 30 Crypt Guard, 3 units of 3 Morbeg Knights, and 2 units of 20 Royal Beast Flayers. 2 units of 20. Being held, I think, at the $1 Dollar Armor store in St. Catharines. Great list. Really fun. Loads of murder, loads of recursion. I know people hate that word. Loads of healing, loads of fighting, does lots of combat. Won't be relevant in 3 months. Absolutely great list. And then Ridge from the Season War YouTube Batrep channel, go check it out, on the submarine with his Skaven, Jackie Dye with Slaves to Darkness, Blades of Khorne, and then Ideneth Deepkin, all getting 4-1s. Gerald van der Waal with a Deepkin, Jeff Story with Blades of Khorne, and Jackie Dye with Slaves to Darkness. Congratulations to all you. Hope you had a great time. Looks like a fun event. Our next event takes us over to Australia for an event organised by Jordan. Shout out to Jordan and his crew. This is the Battle of the Brook 2 being held in Limbrook in Victoria. Shout out to everyone there. I think it's being held at the local community centre. And we had 26 players playing at this event. And the event was won by Nathan Thompson himself with his Sons of Behemoth. And this is a Broad Stomp, King Broad, Gatebreaker, War Stomper. 11 out of 10 army. In the 4-1 bracket, got Daniel Edwards with Blades of Khorne, Justin Clark with his Big War, and Jeremy Page with Sylvaneth. Congratulations to all of you. Wicked community in Australia. I've said it before, I'll say it again. Go and play events at your local. Support those TOs. Because if you support those TOs, they'll be able to build slightly bigger events, make more terrain, do more stuff. I've always thought the culture in Australian gaming was great. Go check it out. So good. Our next event takes us over to Sweden, where 18 players battled it out to become the champion. And in our first place, we have Jonas Redeemer with the Stormcast Eternals, Hammers of Sigmar. But don't forget then, Stormcast Temporaries. I already forgot my own joke. And he has got a Drakesworn Templar, Ionis Cryptborn, and Krondis. That is over 1,280 points, well, specifically exactly 1,280 points, of monster. Then he owns the Libs with 3 units of 5. He's got a unit of Vanguard Hunters and 3 Vanguard Raptors and the Comet. So it feels like he drops the Comet, does some shooting, sends the monsters in, and fights till the end, which is great. Theopapa Christodula with Sylvaneth in a 4-1 bracket. Mikael Magnuson, with Disciples of Tzeentch on a 4-1. Aaron Tornquist with his Magikin and Nurgle, also in the 4-1. Congratulations to all of you. Sweden's a fantastic place to play Warhammer as well. Great place, go check it out. Our next event is the Hostilities on the High Ground AOS GT, being organised by Jacob Morris, and has to be, I know I just shouted at Grognard Games, but this is legit one of my favourite places in the world for Warhammer. So this is being held at High Ground Hobbies and Cafe in Alabama, so Madison, Alabama. So it's right in the sticks. But look how great a venue this is. If you're watching this back on YouTube, just so fun. And now they've upgraded to having an Airbnb available as well. So just shout out to the High Ground community and the store owners, because it just looks like a brilliant place to go play some Warhammer. Absolutely beautiful setting. Anyway, we had 16 players playing at this event, and we had Frederick Schmidt with his Big War army doing really well. He had the Uruk Weird Knob Shaman, RIP, F's in the chat, Stormcaller Shaman, Wergog Prophet, Snatcher Boss on Soulbreaker Beast, Uruk Mega Boss and a War Chanter, then Gut Rippers, Slitters, 10 Brutes, and 1 lot of Gore Grunters, Unit 6, and 1 lot of Bolt Boys. Big War, absolutely wicked at the end of this edition. Just so good, but obviously elements of that are going away. I wonder how much that Weird Knob Shaman has lifted up and kept Big War in the fight over all these years. That's an interesting question. And also in the 4-1 category, just want to shout out Mike Maccabee of the Tough Cloud. Just a great human being going 4-1 with his Nighthaunt army. Go to the High Ground. Go check it out. Where can we find out about High Ground events? Go find out. I'm sure they've got a Facebook post or something. Anyway, loads of love, is the Enclave Showdown being held at Brimsgate, on Brimsgate Road in the UK. It's at this lovely kind of old abandoned mill location, which is really, really cool. It's the Wargame store in Brimsgate, which is in Birkenhead in England. And look, it's part of, if you're watching this on YouTube, it's part of like this beautiful little courtyard that you can go and have some coffees at. Absolutely stunning. Anyway, we only have the one for one because it was a smaller event, and this was Stuart Leek with his Uruk War Clans. It's a Uruk Weird Knob Shaman, RIP, a War Chanter, a Shaman with Potgrot, a Wurgog Prophet, a Wurgog Prophet RIP, Gobsprak, Gut Rippers, Brutes, Gore Grunters, and Manskill Bolt Boys. And then we had Liam Mooney with Lumineth Realm Lords, from Zytrek with a Cathalar, Elenia and Elithor, Light of Altharian, Blade Lords, Dawn Riders, more Blade Lords, some Wardens, and then some Endless Spells. Congratulations to all of you. Looks like a lovely place to play some Warhammer. Corpse Cart Extravaganza being held, I'm pretty certain, just here, the Appleway Plaza in Idaho. Looks fun. 10 players playing at this venue. Looks like a fun little place to play. We have only one 5-0, and this is Philip Taylor with Slaves to Darkness, host of the Everchosen, and he's got Archeon, Slaves to Darkness Gaunt Summoner, Chaos Chosen, Chaos Knights, and a unit of Varangard. So that's 3 major threats, 10 Chosen, 3 Varangard, and Archeon. Can't believe you can get that in the list now. That's actually brilliant, which is cool. That wraps up this week's events, and obviously there's some really fun stuff in there. Sylvaneth, and also Sylvaneth featuring heavily in the 4-1s, and also some pretty fun stuff happening around the 5-0s, and also Slaanesh featuring pretty heavily as well. I will say, though, one of the really fun things over the next few weeks and months as we're waiting for Age of Sigmar 4 to happen is going to be looking at the places where people are organising these games. I'd really like to work on, I'm going to try and work on some sort of way for us all to see where events are happening in the future on a more grand scale, like some sort of like Google Maps thing. I'm not really sure right now. That's something that would be really fun to do in the future or over the next few weeks, because I think that's would be really fun. We, on the stream a moment ago, talked about third spaces. You know, you've got work, you've got a home. Do you have a third space to go? Like, is it the pub? Some people have obviously massive problems with pubs because, you know, they're places that are a problem for them. They're not necessarily places to relax. And it would be really great to have like more gaming stores and actually be able to shout out more of those gaming stores, because some of those are very remote. Some of those are in the hearts of a city, and it's really fun to see them. And hopefully, if we can drive more people in those local communities, like you watchers, you know, Grognard Games being in Chicago, you might be like, oh, I never knew that was right next to me, and I live in Chicago, so you could go over there and check it out, which would be fun. So being able to get more of those people to those locations would be fun in the future. So I think that's something we'd like to work towards. However, the meta seems fine. There's lots going on. However, as we're moving into Age of Sigmar 4, more difficult to really see that as something that's that relevant for the next few months. But we'll keep covering those events as we go forward. Might change the format a little bit, talk more about the locations, the store owners, the event runners. We'll look at some of the lists as well, the 5-0s, and there has been some interesting stuff. Just the game's about to change, so we need to change with it. And obviously, as soon as all those Age of Sigmar 4 events start happening, I'll be bringing you all the information and all the lists as they go. So loads of love to you. Thanks for watching the show. Hope you enjoyed it. See you soon.